Got everybody staring for days. All they see is just a young, pretty face. But I'm trying to get to know you much better.
Well, hey guys, what's up? Happy Thursday. I'm feeling high energy. I just put on my necklace here that I got in my FabFitFun box. I haven't worn it yet, and I just remembered I had it and wanted to try it on. It's kind of like a little sparkly lariat. I thought it'd be appropriate to don something somewhat sparkly today, since I'm going to be reviewing the Glossier Solution Exfoliating Skin Perfector for you guys. Many of you have asked me to review some of the Glossier skin products. I've heard about Glossier in the past. I know they have some makeup, and you guys know I don't wear makeup. And but I've been interested to try some of their skincare products, and one of the representatives reached out to me and offered to send me their new solution to possibly review for you guys. So I'm happy to share that with you all. So a little bit about this product. First of all, here I just like to say this is the first Glossier thing I've ever received. And it comes in the cutest packaging, okay? It comes in this little Ziploc mailer doodle thing, this pretty pink color. So it stays nice and safe in there. And they put a little handwritten memo in there, which I thought was cute. And they put and here's the card that comes inside, and it kind of tells you all the product claims, which I'll go over with you a little bit. And then the bottle itself comes in this package, and it tells you, what I really like about this is it's got the, on the front of the package, it has all the ingredients explicitly laid out. I mean, it also has this on the website, so you know before you're buying it, but I really like that. This product is cruelty-free, by the way, and it is also vegan. This company does not do any animal testing, and they say on their website that they have some cute little dogs that come and visit their office. They're based in Manhattan, I believe. And so anyways, moving on to the product itself, it comes in this bottle, and I kind of like the dispenser. This costs $24 for this bottle, which honestly, for 4.4 ounces or 130 mLs, is not that bad. I would say it's low to moderate in price, but I think the packaging is kind of what makes it a little bit on the pricier side, and I sort of like it. See how it comes in? I mean, you guys are probably familiar with these kinds of pumps. It comes in this pump, and you just put your cotton pad on the top of the pump to get a little bit of the product into your cotton pad to apply it to your skin. Okay, so let's go through the ingredients now that we've talked about all of the cute packaging. The reason that I wanted to review this for you guys, you all know I posted a video a while back on how to exfoliate the face. I've talked about salicylic acid in many of my acne videos. I've talked about it in my pore videos. I've talked about it in my blackheads videos. I've talked about the role of salicylic acid in treating dark spots and melasma potentially, as it can inhibit some of the biology of pigment cell production. This product is a leave-on salicylic acid product. It has 0.5% salicylic acid, which is a BHA that concentrates in the oil-bearing surfaces of our skin. Because it is a leave-on product, I like the fact that they selected to use a lower percent strength of salicylic acid, because by leaving it on the face, you prolong, the contact time. The prolonged contact time is associated with increased irritancy and peeling, which is why I usually prefer to use salicylic acid in wash forms. Right now I'm a fan of the Zap-Zit 2% BHA face wash. And yes, it is effective in that manner. It concentrates in the oil glands quite quickly. But as a leave-on product, I think 0.5% is a good ingredient, is a good percentage strength to go with. This product, in addition to the beta-hydroxy acid, also has alpha-hydroxy acids. It has lactic acid and glycolic acid, which are less important in terms of the acne oily kind of stuff. They can help those things. They can help pores. They can help acne, sure. They're not as robust as salicylic acid, in my opinion, because they just don't have the same predilection for the sebaceous gland, the oil gland. But really where the data lies for those is kind of in you know, a lot of the cosmetic peels I talked about in my cosmetic peel video in terms of potentially boosting collagen production, skin cell turnover, which subsequently can have a brightening effect by virtue of just kind of removing sun-damaged skin cells. And, you know, in cosmetic peels that you get in a dermatologist's office, depending on the percent strength of the alpha hydroxy acid, it can penetrate quite deeply, actually, and help to boost and stimulate, which is what would be delivered in a cosmetic peel in a dermatologist's office. Alpha hydroxy acids, like glycolic acid namely, can actually penetrate a little bit deeper into the skin than salicylic acid and start to stimulate new collagen synthesis and improve the overall texture of skin, potentially be helpful somewhat so for scars as well as wrinkles, okay? In cosmetic products, however, the percent strength is not to that level. It's not allowable. So, you know, using it in a cosmetic product is more likely to just exfoliate gently the skin and potentially impart a brightening effect. So it has lactic acid and it has glycolic acid in it as well. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3 acids so far. We also have a fourth. We have gluconolactone, which is a polyhydroxy acid. Okay, these are sort of new. Here, I'm going to get a little sip here of my Totoro. Isn't he cute? He wants to be glossy too. Polyhydroxy acids are kind of modified versions of hydroxy acids. They have additional hydroxyl groups on them that make them less irritating ingredients. And it also kind of makes them a little bit more, function more as somewhat moisturizers, honestly. So they can slightly exfoliate the skin a little bit, but they can also be moisturizing. They're gentler, they're easier to tolerate. Be aware though that these are pretty new, and you know, a lot of the studies on these polyhydroxy acids have kind of been done by the cosmetic companies that make these products, and it's not there's just not a whole lot of robust literature on them as we have with glycolic acid and glycolic acid peels and salicylic acid, for example. But it makes sense that they're in there. Okay, so what I like about this product so far is that everything that they claim on their claims actually is substantiated. Okay, they claim that it's helpful for pores. Yes, it is. They claim that it's helpful in the treatment and management of acne. That is correct. They claim that it helps prevent new acne from forming. That is correct. So I really like that. Okay, the other ingredients in this product that I like a lot are the fact that it's got niacinamide in it. I reviewed niacinamide and its role in skincare several videos back. I'll list it down below. But niacinamide can be both soothing, anti-redness, and it can kind of have a brightening effect as well. So again, another substantiated claim with the ingredients that are in here. And then it's got some great moisturizing ingredients. It's got aloe, I believe, as well as castor oil. Yes, aloe and castor oil, both moisturizing and gentle. And okay, so the one problem child in the ingredient lineup, because this is a leave-on product and a leave-on product that is likely to cause peeling, the problem child ingredient is fragrance in this. I really, really wish Glossier had left fragrance out of this. The product itself, which I'll talk a little bit about how I used it and how to use it. The product itself has no, it doesn't smell like anything. It doesn't have a harsh alcohol-y smell. It doesn't smell like anything. But they add fragrance to it, which fragrance is problematic in skincare, period. I don't care if you have never had any problem with fragrance in skincare. The longer you use it, and particularly if you use it on skin that is peeling, dry, irritated, such as what is likely to occur when using an exfoliant, then it just increases the likelihood that you will really develop problems to the fragrance. So putting fragrance in here was a bit of a rookie mistake on the behalf of Glossier, but otherwise I think this product is fantastic. So I have used it myself, all right? So I'll tell you a little bit about how I used it, my experience. So this is a leave-on product, okay? And I used it as I would encourage you to use it at nighttime, okay? After cleansing my face, I used this for approximately 3 weeks, every other night. and I actually thought it was pretty good. I did get a little bit of dryness and peeling and irritation, which you may have appreciated and or commented on at this juncture in my vlogs from this past weekend with my mom. I had a little bit of, and I still have just a little bit of redness and irritation in here. So what's up with that? I suspect I don't typically leave beta hydroxy acids on my face. So that's a possibility. The other possibility, what I think is more likely, is just the fact that of all the exfoliants I use, I don't actually use an alpha hydroxy acid. So this is kind of yet another one in there, and potentially maybe that was put it a little bit over the edge, okay? But overall, I really liked it. You know, I wasn't having problematic breakouts in the beginning, so I can't say as far as its efficacy in acne control, but the claims are substantiated by the data, and it seems as though consumers back that up. All right, but I did get a little bit of irritation from using it, which is to be expected. Particularly got some irritation here in what are called the nasolabial folds, or the kind of frown lines, if you will. Just basically were product pools, okay? How to use this and how I would advocate you using this. Okay, this is something that you want to use at nighttime, okay? You don't want to put this on and then go out during the day. Why? The reason being is that this is an exfoliant. Exfoliants, as they're doing their thing, they increase the likelihood that sun will come into the skin, okay? So if you put this on and you go about your day, you're sitting by the window, UVA comes in through the window, guys. UVA, the rays that don't burn but age, UVA comes in through the window, penetrates a little bit, now can penetrate a little bit more deeply and contribute to aging as well as discoloration, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So use this at nighttime, okay? Where should this come in your lineup, okay? This should come in, you take your makeup off with whatever cleansing method is your jam, okay? I talked about how to cleanse the face and how I cleanse my face a lot recently. Take your makeup off, and then where I disagree with the instructions say to put the product onto the face at that point. I disagree. What you should do, and the way that this works best in my experience and what I know from skin biology, the way this kind of thing works best is take your makeup off and then immediately apply a moisturizer to your cleansed, wet face. Let the moisturizer completely dry on there, okay? And then come on with this product exclusively to oily T-zone type areas on the forehead, you know, the nose, breakout prone areas in the jaw. Do not get this around your eyes. You will be sorry, Charlie, okay? Be careful here in the nasolabial folds. You know, you can see I was a little careless and it ended up there and I had an irritant reaction to it. So be careful in these areas. To prevent the product from trickling in those areas, it's always a good idea, and as I advocate to you guys, to just coat a little Vaseline there. No, that won't break you out. It'll just make a little seal and protect you from the product getting in those areas, okay? And then, you know, swipe it exclusively to the oily areas. The reason to put it on a face that has been freshly moisturized, okay, is that the skin is optimally hydrated and smooth to receive the acid ingredients and minimize their irritancy to your skin, okay? It really minimizes it. If you put something like this on wet skin, the presence of water enhances the irritancy of these ingredients and potentially, you know, can compromise their efficacy, okay? So don't put it on wet skin. And putting it on freshly moisturized skin is great because the skin is nice and smooth and even, and it's not dry and irritated. You don't want to start with dry, irritated skin putting something like this on. You're setting yourself up for failure. Put it on a freshly moisturized face, and before you do anything, take your makeup off and cleanse your face, okay? Because if you put this on top of makeup, or you put makeup on top of this, then you know, that further increases the irritation because makeup's got, like, you know, mineral particles and dust, who knows what else, plus all the pollution from your day. I mean, you don't want to be putting an acid on top of that. Okay, so make sure you take off the day, then you moisturize, and then your skin is, you know, hydrated and ready to hack this. Okay, so, you know, it's kind of like, you know, getting a full night's sleep before the exam. You know, you tend to perform better. Okay, so really prep the skin appropriately before putting this on. And be conservative with it. You don't need a lot of the product. You really only need a little bit. I mean, this is, they kind of push this and tout this as something that you might use the entire bottle in a month. And I can imagine how you would go through that in a month. But you probably don't. This probably could last you 3 months, okay? Depending on where you're putting it and to what extent you're using it on your face, all right? You could also use this product if you're somebody who breaks out on your back, okay? You could also use it on the back or on the chest, okay? So you could use it in those areas as well, and it would likewise potentially give you a little bit of additional acne control in those areas. So I think this is a good product. So who do I think would like this product though? I really think people who have an oily T-zone, really oily skin types, I think will like a product like this and will do well with it. I don't think the mature skin types, the drier skin types, you know, sensitive skin types will do well with a product like this, just because leaving the acids on the face increases their irritancy. Irritancy leads to feelings, you know, skin sensitivity. Irritancy leads to further dryness. Further dryness can kind of exacerbate the appearance of, you know, some of the mature skin cosmetic concerns like fine lines, wrinkles, discoloration. So I think you folks out there who have dry skin, sensitive skin, rosacea, no, you know, rosacea won't tolerate this very well. I think you would not be served well with this product. However, if you have oily skin, and a lot of you verbalize, I look like an oil slick on my forehead, what should I use? I think you might like using this, honestly, and I think it would work really well for you because that beta hydroxy acid is going to concentrate in those oil glands and help give you a little bit of control of that oil production, kind of cut down on some of that. So overall, I really like this, but Glossier, you have got to leave the fragrance out in order for me to give it 5 stars. Otherwise, it'd be fantastic as a leave-on product. And personally, myself, I don't use leave-on acids. I like to, you know, use them in wash forms, as you guys know. But I think this is a good one. I've tried the CosRx, AHA, BHA versions, and those were terrible, at least in my experience. They didn't work for me. They were very irritating. This is much gentler, and I liked it a lot. So I would advocate this over the CosRx ones. I've also tried the Paula's Choice BHA one, and that's pretty good. And I've tried she's got like a skin perfecting one as well. That has alpha hydroxy acid and beta hydroxy acid, I believe. And that one's decent too. But, you know, I think this one's pretty good as well. And this is likewise cruelty-free. You all asked me to review cruelty-free products for you all, so I was happy to do so. But do you guys use Glossier? And if so, what products have you used? I'm really intrigued by it. They have like a milky cleanser. I'd love to try that to see how it fares in the double cleanse method with my Hada Labo cleansing oil to remove my mascara. So comment below and if you use Glossier and what products you like. If you'd like me to review more of them, let me know, and maybe I can reach out to the representative who contacted me and let her know you guys are enthusiastic about Glossier. But if you don't care about Glossier, also let me know and we won't chit-chat about it anymore. But anyways, guys, you're watching this, it's a Thursday. That means it's Friday Eve. That means tomorrow you have a skincare Q&A, so get excited for that, okay? And that means over the weekend, fun vlogs from moi, so stay tuned for that. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.